There was a tutu before this. Now the champagne already popped. We don't have that to go. Okay, get the bell going. Let's get some bubbles poured. He's back.
Here come the
for more fun in the kitchen.
It's our great friend of the show, Mr. Herm Baskerville. Big Herm, good morning to you.
Good morning, Greg.
And I thank
Jessica.
you, darling.
You have been working on these all morning long here. What do we got?
We have some shrimp, some spicy shrimp hush puppies. A little different twist on the hush puppy, nothing crazy. Everything's pretty simple, straightforward. I started these earlier so we can eat them by the end of the segment, so they won't be crazy hot.
See, that's why I love Herm in, well, many ways, but because he's got these delicious goodies that we get to try, and he uses one of my top favorite food groups, shrimp.
Shrimp.
I really don't care what you make as long as you bring the champagne.
All right, hey!
Oh, wait, he's not toasting. There we go.
It's all about Greg today. It's all
He's
about
like,
Greg
fine,
today.
have your own little Friday. I don't see if I give a rip. Okay, here we are.
Here we are.
Wow. Okay.
Woo! Now we're back.
So we went over this last time, Big Herm. The count, you see that on there. Is ounces, or is that just really the count for how many shrimp are in the bag and really the size?
Everywhere you go, whether it's Walmart, grocery store, Wegmans, wherever, it's a count on the bag.
Everywhere.
Everywhere. That's pretty standard. The count, once again, will tell you how many shrimp you'll get per pound. So, wrong
pound.
side. I know, I took a picture. I'm sorry. Bam! That's what I'm talking about. Represent.
Herm, Food Network could
Here we
be
go. Gotta
watching
be consistent.
right
Have
now.
to be consistent.
And there was a key part of that.
There we
Right
go,
there,
right
at
there.
the
Right
end.
there.
I felt like I wanted to
surprised
showcase
it's not in
a tutu.
big letters.
But yeah, once again, the shrimp count, once again, is how many shrimp you get per pound. So for example, if the count is 10, 15,
Yeah.
you can get approximately 10 to 15 shrimp per pound. So
those are jumbo shrimp, which I really never
and that word jumbo is used so many, super jumbo, colossal. You can't really go by the word.
No.
Because once again, it's all relative to what's colossal to you or jumbo or what have you. So once again, you go 30, 35 count, the shrimp are a lot smaller because you get a lot more per pound.
Sure.
Once again, I already have 1620, so I use it for this recipe.
1620?
I did. But this
Okay.
recipe, you probably could use something slightly cheaper because once again, all we did was dice it up into the recipe.
Oh, you diced it?
Yeah, we did. So basically the recipe, we made our breader here. Cornmeal is the main base.
It's more breadier.
More breaderer.
We got to follow along this show to find out the special words we use on a weekly basis.
More breaderer.
It's like a sitcom or a soap opera.
Right, you missed
You're
one
gonna tune in
episode.
every
Tune in
week.
this week
You
for
miss a
Tutus
lot.
and
Missing it.
breaderer.
So you have to go back and Google it and all that stuff. So make sure you tune in. All right.
Big Herm, how convenient is that?
That's how I feel about that.
How convenient is that mini fryer that you have there?
Everywhere sells them. You can even get them from a grocery store,
Yeah.
but Walmart or any kind of convenience store. Not convenience store, sorry, but any kind of store. Once again, plug it in, has a temperature gauge on it. And
I like it says ready.
Boom, it's done.
Time to fry.
Time to fry.
Now, I have to step back to the shrimp question, right? We talked about the size per pound.
Yeah.
Now, you have to go to the trouble of cutting those up, Herm. If you got smaller ones, I mean, I guess you can't have, then it's just fried shrimp, so you have to cut them up probably anyway. But does the texture change?
It does. Typically, I find that the mid-range, once again, 1620s are my favorite, by far. The smaller ones seem like they have less flavor, but you get too big, they're too tough.
Yeah.
Almost, for me, even a larger lobster tail, you get to a certain point where it's too big. I don't know if it's hormones or the way it was made or something, but typically.
Maybe the age as well. I've heard if it's too old.
It's tough and it's just not as tasty.
I get accused of that all the time. It's
Hey,
too big, it's kind of tough.
Sun's out, guns out.
Which way is the gym this way? Anyway, sorry. We didn't even bread her or anything
Threatening
yet.
because she's ripped.
And fortunately,
Have you seen my sewing kit?
I think you start moving me towards the end of the show so we're not too ripped by the end of the show. So anyway, so we have our breader here. The base of it is cornmeal.
Okay.
Cornmeal, cayenne pepper, salt, pepper, garlic.
So that's where we get the spice, buddy?
Yes. And once again, obviously, the recipe's online. You can obviously take it up a little bit. These are not crazy spicy today. You guys will be the judge of that. So this is our breader, which is all of our dry ingredients.
Because, he'd be looking for the sriracha.
Sriracha.
To supplement.
Spicy
We
spice.
have a little egg. We have buttermilk.
Ooh.
Low-fat buttermilk?
No.
Is there? Okay, Herm, I make pancakes
said that
every
emphatically.
Saturday.
No.
I make pancakes every Saturday, and I struggle at the grocery store. Do I buy the whole milk buttermilk or the low fat? Does it make a difference?
At my house, we normally use low fat buttermilk, or we normally use low fat milk. But once again, it seems like when you're baking, it does come out better, or you're frying something, it comes out better with whole milk, personally. But you can lose some calories when you use the low fat milk. So, but yeah, you lose a little bit of flavor, but nothing crazy. So you can still use the low fat.
You mix all that.
That's done. So this is my wet ingredients.
That's pretty easy.
This is my dry ingredients.
Okay.
Let's mix
Right
it together.
in.
Right in.
Wow.
And this is going to be still kind of loose.
You
I don't know
put-
if you ever made hush puppies. Anybody ever made hush puppies?
No.
I've eaten plenty in my
Several.
day, but
And one thing good about this one, if you look at these hush puppies here, they're not perfect as far as perfectly round, anything like that, because it's fresh.
they look perfectly delicious.
Yes, they are.
They're perfectly gone.
Oh,
Yeah, try one of those. And then
watch
we have
out.
a dill sauce over there. Once again, I'm not a huge mayonnaise fan, but it does have a slight mayonnaise base.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, those shrimp are.
And you know what?
Oh,
You know,
man.
and those
Hope
are
I
still
like the
warm
dill
too.
sauce.
They're warm. So like I said, once again, typically out of the fryer, depending on what it is, you have 4 or 5 minutes that is really hot. But once again, that's why I wanted to go and get those going for you.
It's like thin-insulated over there, isn't it?
And
Oh,
here,
that's a hideous close-up. Good lord.
and here to do the hush puppies.
Yeah. Oh man,
Drop the spoon.
it's all right.
Oh, Herm, those are
Fry the
good.
spoon up.
All you do is put a little bit of on your spoon here,
There you go. And just drop it in.
slowly.
Because it is, as you said, still loose. You
Yep.
can't really make a little ball with it because
Right.
it's so loose.
And then, like I said, when you drop it in, it will automatically float to the top.
These are the softest, most delicious, yummy hush puppies.
So they're really not breaking up.
They're not,
necessarily.
because once again,
Yeah.
with the cornmeal and the other ingredients
God,
that we
those are
have
so
in it.
good. How far in advance do you need to heat this oil?
Typically a half hour, 45 minutes.
Oh, okay, that much. Oh, that
You know,
many
once
minutes.
again, about 30 minutes probably.
Okay.
And it'll fall right on in.
I think it's sizzling.
Yeah, and once again, if you look, I made this earlier this morning, so this is a little bit more, congealed or together.
Yeah.
So if you made it, is it a good idea to let it
Let
sit,
it-
Herm?
if you can, let it sit for like
Okay.
20 or 30 minutes in the fridge.
Because then it'll hold up a little better,
Better
when you
than
put
that.
it in the.
Okay.
And then you just shake it a little bit so it
Man, are
doesn't stick to the
those not
bottom.
the best ever?
Now with shrimp, they cook really fast, very easy. You have to
Correct.
watch them. How far and how long are they going to be in this?
3 minutes.
That's it.
That's it. Because once again, we already diced them up. And the shrimp, we do have a little bit of egg in it too, so you want to make sure you cook
Yeah.
it thoroughly. But 3 to 4 minutes tops. That's it.
Okay, so
Okay.
we feel like we have the hush puppies down. This dill sauce that I made my hush puppy take a bath in was delicious.
Awesome.
And you said it's easy.
Easy as well.
Have some hush puppy with that sauce. Why
That's
don't
That's
you?
kind of where I was.
Easy
Is
as
this
well.
the spice as well, or no?
A little
Dill
bit.
sauce.
But most of the spices in the bread are here that you
Right.
can adjust as you go along.
Because I feel a little heat, right?
Yes.
There's a little
Oh.
heat in there. It's subtle.
It's consistent, but it doesn't smash you in the face though.
And then here in the fryer, you can just rotate them over a little bit, make sure you get all the whole.
I need some bubbles to take the edge off
Yes.
of that heat.
Now, Big Herm, I know you are a professional, but
Don't get nervous.
I love how you try the foods as you go along. Is that really, instead of sitting it down, plating it, and then realizing, oh, this might not be it?
That's critical. Anywhere you work at, or any kind of restaurant or chef or whatever, you always want to taste it as you go,
Yes.
because you have a recipe, but it's not foolproof. Sometimes you get shrimp, or you buy a piece of meat that's tougher, or not as tender as you wanted it to be,
Indeed.
or your taste profile is a little different for your family. So you want to taste it as you go. Well, maybe I need to add a little bit of this. A recipe is mainly a guideline. Now, once again, if you don't know what you're doing, follow the recipe. But after that, if you've done it a little bit, you can tweak some things a little bit here or there. You've already tried this. Maybe you want a little bit more cayenne, or a little bit more Worcestershire sauce in the sauce. But it's more of a guideline
I want
to
to
go from
practice
it.
putting one in. We're out of time,
Go
but
for
let me
it.
see if
All
I
right,
can
why
do
don't we
it.
do
Ready?
this? And you're
Use
going to find
this
this
one.
tasty
Okay.
recipe by this afternoon on our show website at WTVR.com/VTM. How are you doing over there? Drop it like it's hot.
Yeah, slowly,
Boom, it
slowly.
is.